So hello guys, welcome back. In the last lecture, I have told you I'll be explaining you about the layouts. So there are three methods in layouts. Okay, in order to learn about layouts, there are three methods, namely floats, flexbox, and CSS grid. Okay, so we'll be concentrating mainly on flexbox because it's it is now no I mean the date it's widely used. Okay, the flexbox, and it is also very easy to learn. We are also going to see about CSS grid, okay, which is very latest, and we are going to learn about floats, which is outdated. Okay, so let me go to style.css. Okay, here I'm going to learn we are going to learn so, uh, we're going to learn about layouts. So there are three types. TYPES, sorry. So namely, the first thing would be floats, which we are going to learn in this lecture. Okay. The second would be flexbox, which is pretty much important. Okay, which we are going to learn perfectly. The third thing is CSS grids, which we are going to see the fundamentals only. Okay, so this would be pretty much important in the present kind of scenario, and this is outdated. So I'm going to explain you about floats in this lecture. You know, floats you need to understand because some of the old websites will still be in float. Okay, in float layouts. Okay, so floats. So I'll be explaining. It is not necessary for you to understand fully, like 100%, but try to understand as much as you can. Okay, and flexbox I'm going to explain you very widely. Okay, and CSS grid also I'm going to explain, but it's very latest and it's a bit you know um, clumsy to learn for you. So flexbox, concentrate on more on flexbox. Okay, try to play around with things when I explain about flexbox. And floats, try to understand and practice as much as you can. Okay, it's not like you need to understand 100%, but give your best to understand. That's it. Okay, so first we are going to learn about floats. Before learning about floats, I'll be adding some extra details in here, and I'm deleting some details here. Okay, so I want to delete this, a brief detail about Apple products. Okay, so I want to remove this line. Okay, H2, a brief details about Apple. Okay, and I want to remove the styling also for H2. This is what for H2, isn't it? Save this and save this. Just reload this. You can see we got rid of the thing. Okay, now um, I'll just remove this because it's not basically a link, isn't it? So I'll get removed. I mean, I'll get rid of that. So where is it? Self-study link. This will be on top here. It's just an anchor tag without any reference. Just remove this. Okay. So let me reload this. Yeah, fine. So I want to, this color is a bit awkward, right? It's not visible. So I want to change this color a bit. So where are that? So these are links li. Where is li? Yeah, so the color is something different, so we haven't changed it here. Yeah, this is the anchor tag, and here I want it to be in black itself. Okay, this is also RGB 888. So mixing of all same numbers would be black, isn't it? Let me save this and let me reload this. Here you can see these are now in black color. It's visible a bit. Okay, so you know, right, how to change to different colors. So that's important now. Okay, let's do not bother about these colors and attractiveness of the website. Okay, we are learning. Whenever you do some project, be creative. Okay, I'm just explaining you. I'm not making this page look attractive. Okay, and I don't want to either, because we are learning. We are not really creating any website. Fine. So okay, at last I want to add some related posts. Okay, before thanks for visiting our Apple page. So here it is, sorry, HTML page. So here it is, thanks for visiting. Okay, before that, in the footer itself, not in the footer, but yeah, let me add this. Let me make it straight. So I want to add this thing. I want to add a unordered list. Okay, so that would be, you know, unordered list. So let me make this class as uh, related posts. So inside this unordered list, I want to make a list with image. Okay, so I want to keep the same image for everything, that profile pic dot png. Okay, so I want to keep that same image, and I want to give a anchor list also. I mean a link. Okay, inside this list I want to add an image. Source equals, so what's the source? Profile pic dot png. So next would be, whenever you write a source, there should be an alternative. uh, Pic of course, suppose. Okay, and width and height should be mentioned. Okay, so let the width and height be 75. Okay, width, the width and height maybe around 75. So first let us see how it would be, and later on we can make some changes, because I also don't know how this picture looks if we give to 75 and 75. Okay, this is the image, and after the image I want to give a anchor tag. Okay, so for this anchor tag, the reference would be self reference, sorry, and the name would be basics of HTML and CSS. Fine, so copy this link. I want to give three lists. Okay, so I'll make these changes. So the image is same for everything. So here the basics of, instead of HTML and CSS I would keep JavaScript. Intro to Java. Fine, let me save this, let me reload this, and let me see how it really looks. Yeah, this is how it looks now. Okay, so fine, this is fine. And here, before unordered list, I would like to write, related posts. Fine, let me save this. Let me reload this. Here it is, related posts. So let me keep it in h4. Fine, h4. Related posts. Yeah, fine. It's good now to see, isn't it? So yeah, this is what I want to add. Okay, so it is referring to the same page now. So on whatever the link you press, it will be redirected to the same page. Fine. So now the first thing is I want to make this text. Okay, keep this text over here. Okay, I don't want to give this text below the image. I want to keep this text after the image by using floats. Okay, and remember one thing, floats is a very outdated thing, but you need to learn. Okay, so floats. So how to use floats? So let me go to style.css. Okay, so first let me see which class does it belongs. This profile pic belongs to class imag, and this class, you know, this line is belongs to the class imgtxt. So go to style.css. So here it is, imag and imgtxt. Fine. So the thing we have specified for these two are height and width and font size. That's it. So now I want to make these things side by side. Okay. So here you really need to use math for this floats. Okay. Some kind of mathematics is really important. You know. So let me make this like this. Okay. So now for this image, I want to float this image to the left. Okay. So now what happens if I give this float to left? Okay, float, yeah, left. Fine, let me save this and let me reload this and see how it will be now. See, so this image will be left and rest of the things will come like this. Here there is a trick. Let me tell you a trick here. Go to here. Here this is posted by self study trainer on 5th November 2022. So if you want some dummy text, instead of typing, you just type lorem, lorem. So here lore, after typing it, you can see the suggestion lorem. Just press enter. So there will be some dummy text here. You can see there is a lot of dummy text. So let me save this and let me reload this. You can see now this is how it actually looks. No, I want to make this image still smaller. I don't want this to be that much. So the height would be around 8. 8 is enough. Yeah. So this is how it actually looks. Okay. So whenever you float something, it will be floated to left, and the rest of the things will be like this. Okay, it will go on. But the thing is, I don't want this to come over here. I want only this posted by self study. Okay, to be over the right. I don't want this all to be coming up here. So I just posted it here. I have written this text here because you know I just want you to tell if you want to create some dummy text, you just type lorem and press enter. This text will be automatically created. Okay, so let me delete the text. It's a bit awful to look. No, yeah, fine. Just save this. Yeah, I have removed that. So I want only posted by JavaScript trainer on 5th November 2022 to be right. I don't want this. Okay, this has to be in the same place. Okay, fine. Now, what can we do? We can do one thing. Okay, for the image text, we can pad something. Okay, here the padding is, the height is 10 pixels. For this, the padding should be like the entire height. If you do not understand, just take a look now. Go to here, image text, go to style.css, go to image text. Here you just give, you can give padding left something. Okay, if you give padding left to be some pixels, suppose let it be 80 pixels. So what happens? Save this, reload this. You can see there is some gap. So you have padded. So if you pad left, so there will be some gap. Okay, this is how you need to give gap. So just pad the bottom also. Okay, so you just need to write a float right now. Just you have floated the image to left and you float the image to right. See what happens. Float RIGHT right. Fine. Just save this. You reload this. You see this is floating to right. Okay, but the thing is here it's getting disturbed, right? So you can pad the top. Okay, image text, padding top, suppose 10 pixels. See what happens now. Reload this. So don't make it float to right. Okay, just remove for now. Yeah, so what you really need to do, make this line pad the top. Okay, padding top. So please note that it do not reflect. Go to apple.html and you go to here. Please note that, okay, id should be warning. So there should be hash warning somewhere. Search for that. So you can pad here, padding top, padding top. This make it 20 pixels. You just reload this. No, it's not working. It's not working. It's not padding. Just give margin. Margin top. Give it 20 pixels. Just save this and just reload this. Yeah, it's fine. So now give it some 40 pixels. So see what happens. Yeah, give it 50 pixels. So you need to adjust. You need to do some math. Give it 60 pixels now. Yeah, it's bit better now. Okay, and also um, I need to give it to float right. Okay, now give it float right. So image text should float to right. You need to adjust all these things. Okay, so just go to right, press, and it's floated to right. Make a font a bit higher so that it is visible. Make it 18, suppose. Just reload this. Yeah, fine. So you need to adjust. Okay, it's looking awkward because its text is equal or more than this, I guess. So it's a bit awkward. So you need to increase this font, you need to decrease this font, so you will get to know everything. Okay, I'm just explaining how you should play with the things. Okay, if you want this space down here, you can always you know margin the bottom of this image. Okay, for this image just add margin, margin bottom, margin bottom like 20 pixels. Fine, you can reload this now. I saved this, or you can increase that pixels there. Where is the hash warning? You can Increase it to 80 pixels now. So you need to adjust everything now. You know, this is a headache kind of thing. You need to change each and everything every time. Whenever you make it single change, the things will not get adjusted automatically. You need to do a lot of things. Okay, it you need to get you know used to it. If you use floats, this is what a headache for floats. Okay, so this is not the correct procedure for the floats. Okay, there is a lot of work to do. That is why nowadays we are not using floats. And also while I'm teaching, I'm getting remembers some things. Okay, because I'm not using floats from such a long time. I'm basically using flexbox and CSS grid, so those will be pretty much useful for you guys. Okay, so this float, you need to remember so many things, and you need to make it gets adjusted. Okay, a lot. And now I don't want this apple paste to be in the middle. I'll just move the center for h1. Yeah, to move this text align to be center so that it will not be in center. Just save this, reload this. Yeah, fine. And I want this to float to right, I mean left, and these uh, hyperlinks to float to right. Okay, so it's pretty much important to do those things also. Okay, apple pays to be right, left, and home, product, sales, support, contact us to be right. Okay, so this apple pays is h1, isn't it? So I'll define it again here. Okay, h1. So just make it float to left. Fine. So after saving, just reload this. Yeah, you here you can see it's floating to left. I don't want this. This is to be floated right. Okay, just h1 floating left, and all those lists. Okay, so this class main header to be floating to right. Okay, main header. So class main header, so dot main header. Just gonna copy this, paste it here. Dot main header to be floating right. Okay, yeah, save this and reload this page. Now you can see that's somewhat awkward. So I don't know, float right and float left. So okay, now um, so before doing this, I'll just comment this out. So let's see what changes we need to do here. We need to pad up the you know this image. Okay, we need to pad up both these. So for this image, margin top. So let us see what happens if I margin top. Top to be somewhat, how many pixels? Let it be 120 pixels, suppose. I don't know what happens. Let us see. Let's save this. Let's, yeah, I have reloaded. Uh, so I want the same. So let it be 150 pixels for now. Just margin it. Okay. Now I want this margin top the same to be here. Okay. Save this. Okay. So again, now what needs to be done? You need to pad up for this also. Please note that it do not reflect any. Yeah. So that's warning. Where is the warning now? Margin top 120 plus 80 should be the thing. So 120 or 130 here. So it's 150. 150 plus the warning thing, 80. 150 plus 80 would be around 220, I guess, right? Let us see what happens now. Reload this. Yeah, and still it's a bit awkward, isn't it? So let us float this to right now. Okay, floating the h1 to left, and we are floating the header to right. It's fine now, but here it is having some issues again. So go to top, float to left. H1 should be floating to left. So here the h1 is apple.html. Go to here, apple page is h1. So it should be floating to left. No, I don't want this to happen. So main header is same with h1. You know, you have to give the padding right to navigation. Okay, so here I have done this mistake. It's not main header. Main header is same for h1 also. Okay, just give here nav tab. Okay, so this is what we are doing mistake again and again. So here it's to the left and it is to the right. Okay, fine. So let us remove this margin tops again for you know so now you need to give paddings to everything. Okay, so after this just give padding. So how to give that padding? For the article there should be some padding for the article. So from article there is warning. So go to index.html. I'm sorry. So go to article. Where is article? So where is article? So I'll give this now article padding top around 220 pixels or something. Just save this, reload this. Yeah, so this is too much for this padding, isn't it? So let me pad 120 pixels. So let me see how it looks now. Not even 120, so make it 80. Let me see this how it looks. So this from now on this is independent of this. Whatever the changes we do on this do not gets any changes. Okay, so from here, so from you know uh, to both image, this image, where is this? Yeah, this profile picture and this class. So let me take both of these two. Let me cut this and paste it in article. So this solves a lot of problems. Okay, just save this and reload this. It's fine, but the thing is I need some paddings for both of these things, padding top, so that it will come down now. So padding top for both of these. So padding top, so make it to 20 pixels. Let me see what happens. So this is for text, right? So the image padding top would be 10 pixels. Save this and reload this. Yeah, make it a bit larger. So make it 80. So add 70 here to the top. So make it 90. Then let us see how it works. Fine. So now this color is not fine, isn't it? This color should be to up to here. So you should pad these navigation keys also so that it comes to the middle. So padding top. So this navigation keys, suppose 20 pixels for now. Just see this, it will come to a bit down. So if you want a bit down again, you need to increase this size to 40 or 50, whatever you like, so that it comes to the middle. Fine. So again, you want this color from here to here. So we need to adjust this color. So how to adjust? So for this, you need to clear the float. Okay. So what to do now? From now, you need to add a div class. Okay, where you need to add. So here is the problem. This is the problem with float, because it's not taking the color from left to right to this whole thing. So you need to make sure that it takes the color until the right corner. So in order to do that, you need to add a div with class, whatever the class you like. But where to add it? You just add it in the header file. Okay, the not in the header. Add it in the article. Okay, so add it with div with class, some name. I want to name it as clear. Okay, just add a div. Don't give anything, so that there will not be any change here. You just added a div. There will not be any change. So go to style.css, and the name of this newly added div is clear. Okay, so that is a class which should be denoted with dot. Okay, dot class, sorry, dot clear. The name of the class is clear. So inside this clear, um, you know clear, so we need to clear both. Just save this. So this is a trick. So what happens now? Everything goes to the normal. We have cleared both, so that there will not be, this will not be affecting anything. So now what you can do, you can now with container image text. So let it be 10 pixels, and you can remove this anyway, so that everything comes to normal. Yeah, fine. So you need to reduce the padding on the top of this. Okay, so that everything will be fine now. Okay, you need to reduce the padding. So in warning, if you want that to be normal, you can just give 120 pixels. Let us see how it works now. Fine. So below 120 would be 100 pixels. Save this. Can reload this. So this is how you need to see each and everything. So floating is something very difficult for you guys. Okay, so you need to do a lot of lot of homework to get with to get uh, perfect with floats. So whatever you understand, just understand till now. No need to practice even. Okay, if you want to, you can, and you can research for the floats. But nowadays we are not using floats. From the next lecture onwards, I'm going to explain you about flexbox, which is pretty much important. You need to concentrate on that. Whatever you understand in the in this floats, you just try to understand. Okay, Floats is not that much important. So yeah, from the next lecture onwards, I'm going to explain flexbox, which is pretty much important. So concentrate on that. Okay, and also from the flexbox, I'm not going to explain on the same page. Okay, I'm going to create totally a different page. Okay, I'm going to create different divisions like this, 3 to 4 or 5 divisions, and I'll be showing you how to keep those divisions one after another, one below the another, and so on. Okay, so that you will be having clarity. So let's meet up in the next lecture with flexbox concept. So thank you guys.